everyone, I'm Hikiko. This is the waiting room for the stream. This is, if you're just joining us, this is where we wait for the stream. Hikiko's over here on the back end, getting everything all nice and ready for the cool stream. So if you wouldn't mind, thumb up this stream if you're hearing me right now. Just give it a big old thumb. Throw me some numbers. Give me that thumb. See ya when the show begins. Y'all better be updooting this stream. Hit that share button, updoot it. Give me all the good karma. It's gonna be a fun one, I promise.
My username on Keith. My username is Abramov. Please add me on Snapchat if you want. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. RACBRAMOV. Message me on Kik if you want. I'll be happy to reply. Thank you.
I have a bottle of vanilla Coke. I'm gonna fucking try it out. Oh, it tastes so much fucking better than regular Coke and fucking Pepsi. Vanilla Coke is the shit.
Okay, all ready to go? Let's get started! I'll start the game.
like, hit subscribe, follow me on X, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Kick, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Skype, follow me anywhere. You can type in Hikiko. You will find me. You'll find me there. Actually, follow me on Instagram because I am posting some more like short videos and stuff there. Okay? Don't forget. Hello, chat. Good evening. How are you tonight on this solemn day? It is the 4th year anniversary of No More Heroes 3. Can you believe it? I'm Hikiko. Welcome. I thought I would, grace you. I would salute our patriotic No More Santa. I believe that's the Santa Destroy flag officially. I'm going to be your streamer tonight. Let me get my hair all fixed up here. Okay, I don't have any hairspray. Otherwise, I'd do it up. But I do got this. Can you see this? Right there. That's my mic. That is my Army of Darkness No More Heroes shirt right here. So you got Travis right up there and Sylvie on his leg. And you got a bunch of your, stock baddies. Looking pretty good, I think. For a No More Heroes stream, at least. How are you doing tonight, chat? Let me check in on you real quick before we get this going. K Thanksy, what's up? Alex is in here just in time for the cool stream. K Thanksy says, like and subscribe, of course. Frog Minutes, I bought a Switch just for this game. I regret buying a Switch. You know what's funny is this was like one of my most anticipated games for the Switch. I actually have the box around here. Did I just put it up? I opened up, so I had a sealed copy for a while. I got a little story to share with you real quick. Is it over here? What did I do with that box? I just opened up a fresh sealed copy of No More Heroes 3 for this stream, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. Ian Billington with the big thumb. That's a good reminder. Top of the stream, I'm going to remind you. Bing! Leave that like, get out of my face. That is the free option. It really helps push it out there, I think. What have we got for stream snacks tonight? I got a very obscure beverage for all of y'all. A classic Coca-Cola. After seeing Eric's review of that vanilla Coke, I said, why not? It's worth the kidney stones. Why not? So, who else we got in here? Gun Plus Skate. Nav 5062. Good thing my job is at night. Working them graveyard shifts here. Watching on the cool stream. Let's see. Anyone else? Who am I missing? Josh Rogers, what's up? Sweet shirt. Thank you very much. No Frog Minutes anniversary stream. J-Spot's in here. The Frog Minutes, your boy Hikiko, first on the scene for Frog Minutes. But I don't know what happened to my Android copy. So what I did is I downloaded an APK from Google Play, and I used Nox, which is an Android emulator, when I reviewed that game. And then I didn't think about it for a while. I think I deleted it or did something to my computer. The APK vanished, and I got a frantic message from Paradise Hotel 51 saying, Hikiko, do you still have that APK for Frog Minutes? It's now lost media. And I searched frantically for it, and I couldn't find it. Couldn't re-download it because that's how apps work nowadays. You buy them once and never play them again. And then they found it. Thank you so much for the free option. J-Spot there with the $5 super chat. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. That's going to help us buy some more Coca-Colas. And Silent Hill F very soon. Very, very soon. What else? Hermes is in here. Yo, what's up, Hermes? Did I miss anyone? Get him in real quick, because I got a first order of business before we get into the game itself. And somebody said that they 100%ed. Reuse2 says, I accidentally 100%ed No More Heroes 3 on all playable platforms. I'm going to be honest with you. I only bought it for the Switch. I've only played through it on the Switch, and we're going to be playing the Switch version because the game was made for Nintendo platforms. All the No More Heroes were. That's my opinion. Even in their shittier state on Nintendo platforms, I feel that's the intended way to enjoy them. But, of course, I mean, if you play them elsewhere, you'll probably get more consistent frame rate, better draw distance, anti-aliasing, all those features. But in true punk rock fashion, you got to play it on the shittiest hardware. And I don't have an Amazon Luna to test out. It was on the Amazon Luna. All right. I'll read one more comment, then we're going to get into the first order of business. Nav5062 says, what I like about this game is that if you flip the cover of the Switch case, you get to cover the goddamn superhero for the Destro. I know! Where did I put that case? I just had it here. Did I take it? I bet I took it out to my living room. I bet I took it out, but I did notice that the reverse cover art. It's got some really good reverse cover art. Anyways, I don't have a Switch 2. I don't plan on buying one, so I have not been able to test this game on the Switch 2 yet. So if anyone can report in chat, is it any better on the Switch 2? Did they enhance the frame rate or any of that good stuff? Let me know. Okay, getting all the chips is a nightmare. It was. Okay, so first order of business. Something dropped last night. Hey, Dudeface with the $4.99 super chat. We thank you. Let's go, says Dudeface. Dudeface, thank you so much. I've got something that just dropped last night that people want me to commentate upon. So what better time than the cool stream? By the way, I put out a new short video. My goal is to put out one short video a week, one cool stream a week, and one really highly edited video at least a month. I definitely have one coming out next month, so. Okay. Let's get into the first order of business. I know you all want to hear my thoughts and feelings on this. So here it is. The Return to Slop Hill official teaser trailer. Edited by Christoph Gans. This, I guess, I've been reading up on this. I've watched every behind the scenes thing, and I haven't been able to get a definitive answer. But allegedly, this does connect to the 2006 Silent Hill movie. I've heard both reports that it's its own independent thing based on Silent Hill 2, and then I've also heard it's connected to 2006. So we're going to watch it together, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings on it, okay? Here we go.
Something's happened here. Something really, really bad.
Hold the darkness. You can't keep it away.
Please don't go any further.
Visionary
You don't
director.
know what kind of hell you have to face.
You live here now. That's the new tagline. This is your new home. Get in it. Okay. That's a lot to take in for 40 seconds here, so I think we're going to have to go frame by frame. This, by the way, was not the first trailer. There was one that was more in tone with the Silent Hill 2, the game, where they tried to cut it to make it more in theme, like with the pacing of Silent Hill 2. Konami put that out, and they pulled it like within a couple days. It was out in there, and I ripped it. So if you go and watch my Silent Hill 2 remake video, you'll hear my thoughts on it. It's really bad. But this trailer, tonally, complete opposite from the first trailer. This one almost is trying to distance itself from Silent Hill 2. And when the first Konami transmission came out that announced Short Message and Ascension and the Silent Hill 2 remake and Townfall and Silent Hill F and Return to Silent Hill, if you don't remember that transmission, there were 6 things announced all at once. And the first thought I had in my mind is, why are they making a movie adapting Silent Hill 2 when Silent Hill 2 remake is going to come out just before it and steal away all the thunder? So they have got, this is why I'm like very I know this is going to be slop. I know this is going to be trash. I know Christoph Gans has been out of the game for almost 15 years. Like, he made a Beauty and the Beast movie, not the Disney one, but he made another one starring Lea Seydoux, but he's been basically out of the game. Oh, by the way, we got a super chat real quick from Cherry Millo for $2. Thank you so much. Has there been any news regarding Silent Hill Townfall? I'll answer that here in a minute. Silent Hill 2 remake did really well. It reinvigorated people's interest in the brand. People have now gone back and watched the original and played the original Silent Hill 2. And then they've played the remake and they've watched the remake. So James's story has been told. There's really not a lot of new ground to cover. So when they showed off the first trailer for Return to Silent Hill, it was more like, I don't know if I can find it because they've pulled it. I had to rip it off of Twitter, and I don't think I'll be able to find it. I've got it on my hard drive somewhere. You know what? I might be able to pull this up real quick. Okay, let me see, because I recently did a Silent Hill video, and I think I have the Return to Silent... Oh my god. I have it. I have this piece of lost media. Are you ready for it? This, guys, is kind of lost media. This is not on the official Silent Hill page at all. It only exists on Hikiko's hard drive. But I'm going to put this on archive.org or something like this. But here we are. This is the original trailer. Not the one posted last night. This was the first one that Konami pulled off the internet. So hopefully they won't pull my channel. But here we go. I'm so glad I saved this shit. So look, they got the Dutch angle from the original Silent Hill 2. It's starting to look kind of faithful. Mary's letter. The overlooking Toluca Lake. The wig. So let me tell you something right now. This trailer, even though it's more like a sizzle reel, I think it does a better job of capturing the tone of the original game. Like, they do show off James in the mirror, even though he doesn't look... Jeremy Irvine looks nothing like James. But they have the Dutch angle, and they were showing, like, some faithful camera angles. They pulled this. This does not exist on YouTube as far as I know. Unless it's like, you know, some mirror, but... So, like, you can look through here. This is, you know, James in the bathroom. This Jeremy Irvine looks nothing like James Sunderland. I don't know. But I will say it does capture the camera angle. The bathroom does look very grimy. I don't know why they put this halogen bulb over here. There's a light bar just... You know, what is it plugged into? Where's the wires running from? I don't know. But I guess it was an interesting way to light the set. But I do like how they got the Dutch angle right there on the urinals. The bathroom looks like it needs a bit more graffiti. I would have lit it differently had I had chosen. You know, had I been the cinematographer. They've got Mary's letter here. It doesn't look as long. It doesn't. But it does its job, I guess. So this is the lookout over Toluca Lake, and it seems a bit smaller, but I will say everything looks accurate enough except the car. The car looks like it's a Dodge Charger, if I had to guess. That looks like a Dodge Charger to me. Not a very popular car in America anymore, for tragic reasons. But it looks more modern, so it's not, you know, being placed in any particular time. So if it's going by, like, the film chronology, then Rose's stuff actually did happen in 2006, and then we'll just say James's story is taking place in 2024, perhaps. I would like a better shot of the lookout here so I could see Eddie's van, because Eddie does drive a white van in there. And, you know, like, maybe have James walk around and see the Brahms sign or something like that, or just a quick shot. But I would say this looks okay. So, scrubbing ahead here. By the way, this doesn't... If you can find this on YouTube, a better rip of it, I can't. Konami pulled this. So this is his walk. He got his little walk into town here. So looks like they're keeping in theme with that. So I'm not so worried. Then over here, looks like this is the awning into Angela's graveyard. So he's about to meet Angela. It's clearly green screen, though. You can see what's in focus. You can see the awnings in focus, and Jeremy Irvine is in focus. Oh! And then look, you got a quick little shot of Toluca Lake and the graves. And then this, I think they borrowed... This is the greenhouse. This greenhouse actually exists in the Silent Hill 2 remake itself. So they actually did pull something from the remake here. Okay, scrubbing ahead here. And then we're in town, and if you notice right here, this is something nobody else has pointed out, but everything is covered in a layer of ash, which tells me that it's following the canon of the 2006 movie, where they're still going with the whole Centralia mine fire thing. So, I don't think this is snow, because it doesn't make sense for it to be snow, okay, because there's no snow in Silent Hill 2. This shouldn't really be here. Ash shouldn't be here unless you're following the chronology of the 2006 movie. Moving on here. This is like the little... I think this is the tunnel here where James is supposed to run into the first lying figure and find the wooden plank. That's what I think this is. But no, there's a homeless guy right there. And I'm going to tell you right now, people will say, oh no, this is not lore accurate, whatever. Where was a homeless guy in Silent Hill? There was a homeless guy canonically in Silent Hill Downpour. I believe his name was Seymour or something. But there was a homeless guy in Downpour, so it could be the Downpour homeless guy. But if you look at IMDb, the credit is just homeless guy. So I imagine he's going to be like Friday the 13th, like, don't go down there. It's cursed. You're all doomed. You're all doomed. There's a bunch of loonies in there. Listen to me. But Jeremy Irvine does not listen. And then over here we have Spirit Halloween Maria. I actually found the exact wig. So if you watch my Silent Hill 2 remake video, the Silent Hill 2 remake HM video, I did find the exact wig, and this wig is called Page Boy Wig. You can buy this at Spirit Halloween, and they added some like minor pink highlights here. Let's crack this open. Let's drink it in. This is kind of concerning. They really skimped out on... I mean, she looks all right, kind of. But I think she's a little too young looking for the role. Like, this girl here looks about 18, 19. Very much not... doesn't have that duality. Because if this is Maria, then this is also Mary. By the way, if you've been keeping up with the disaster of this production, bits of the original production, like the synopsis of the script said that the character name is not Mary Sunderland, it's not Mary Shepard, it's Mary Crane. C-R-A-N-E. Crane. And she is the sister of a magic wizard by the name of Jacob Crane, who is causing all of the curseness, all the spiritual happenings in Silent Hill. Which is also odd because there was an actual cult that they didn't need a wizard. There was already a cult that Christoph Gans established in the first one. Not necessarily the order, I don't think. But anyway, moving on here. So we got an overhead shot. And they really went ham on the fog here. This is almost too much fog. But we've got an overhead of James and Maria. And then we do have a shot of Angela here. Once again, in a very dusty environment. I can't see if she... It looks like if you look down under her armpit, she does have the knife there. So that's our only shot of Angela. She's not wearing a white sweater, which will piss some people off, I guess. And because of the quality of this rip, I got this off of Twitter. I can't really make out the details of her face. But James is over there in the background doing a Slav squat, assessing the situation. Once again, not a fan of the color choice here. I hope they color correct this to have more of a greenish, darkish loot if I were to pick. Alright, moving on. So yeah, you can kind of see that knife in her hand. Here we are again. This is where James meets Laura. And if you can look above James, there's ash. No doubt about it, those are not snowflakes, these are ash particles. So I think they're still continuing on with the mine fire. If you look on the wall there, they did recapture some of the textures, like the graffiti from the Silent Hill 2 game. So that is kind of accurate there. Let me see, I don't want to scrub too far ahead, but Laura's wearing a white dress. I'm not sure why. Also, there's a fun little trivia fact here. Laura, standing on the wall there, is played by an actress named Evie Templeton. And Evie Templeton played Laura in the Silent Hill 2 remake. So she's done this performance twice now. And I think Evie Templeton's a teenager, because you can like look at her standing up. She looks a lot taller than Laura, and I think Laura's supposed to be about 7 years old. So you got a teenager playing Laura here. But she also, you know, in fairness, she did play Laura in the remake. There's so many layers of remake here. It's hard to keep track, but I'm trying. Okay, so then we got, it looks like the moth room here. You can only see, oh no, it's this. I'm kind of torn here, because like look at these frames. It's like an animated GIF here. But James, he's being blinded by the light, so this may be the mannequin room right here, but you can see moths. So I think Christoph Gans misremembered the sequence of things. You just cram the moth room and the light where you get the flashlight, the mannequin room here. But there is clearly a mannequin right there in front of James. So we do have some imagery there. Okay, moving on. Classic Blue Velvet scene. This might as well be just ripped straight out of Blue Velvet. But this is obviously James observing Pyramid Head and the mannequins in the apartment there. He's hiding out. Can you even see that reflection in his eye? Not yet. Oh boy. Okay. This is also in the other trailer, the one that dropped last night. So, this has got to be a lying figure. I do like how this doesn't look CG to me. It looks like they got contortionists. In the original, if you go back and watch the 2006 Silent Hill, they used a lot of dancers and acrobats to contort and actually put on real costumes. It's not as CG laden in the monster department. So the way I'm looking at this, I think this is a real person in a costume, which I'll give Christoph Gans props for. But once again, if you look at the tires, if you look at the environment around, it's the ash. Definitely ash. And it slides into that hole right there. There was a hole there. It's gone now. New shot. Okay. Once again, I'm just trying to make it make sense. If you look, this is the hallway. I believe this is in the Lakeview Hotel. On the left, there's a cheeky little thing that the set designer did. If you look at the window panels, they painted them red, and I think that's just a little nod to the save points. That's what I think that is. And I'm not sure if it's James and Maria. Hold up. Look. Look at the hair in the back there. I think James is up front, but who's that messy hair right next to him? I think this may be another character. This I'm not a fan of. So this is like Silent Hill. I think this is supposed to be the other world here, but it looks like something ripped straight out of Constantine. You ever seen that? You remember Keanu Reeves as Constantine and the depiction of hell? That's what this other world looks like. It's a bit too orange. Now, if this were Silent Hill 3, I'd be down with that, but I don't know. So we got James here. He's looking behind him. Look what's in his hand. Look what he's got. Frame by frame. Oh, there it is. He's got the pipe, ladies and gentlemen. Christoph Gans was paying attention. He at least has the pipe. Did he ditch the wooden plank? Is he going to get the hyper spray? Will he pick up the great knife? I do not know. Okay, so here we are at, I think, Blue Creek Apartments, because this is the part where Laura steps on the key. Like, James is reaching down for the key through the bars, and Laura steps on his hand. But I think the other world or something is scaring her, which lore-wise doesn't really make sense, but we're dealing in the Christoph Gans universe where other people can see the psychological abstractions. So I feel like all the monsters are not just going to be observed by James solo, it's going to be observed by everyone else because they're going to just manifest as actual demons in the physical realm. And then here we go, Pyramid Head Dragon, the Great Knife. We got another shot here of James and Maria, and I believe this is the elevator ride. It's one of them, because they do take an elevator ride up through Brookhaven, and Maria doesn't join him on another elevator ride. She just misses it. She just misses that elevator. Here we go again. This is supposed to be Laura. This is the actress Evie Templeton. I think this is, if I look at the background there, it looks like a hospital bed in the back. So I want to say this is Brookhaven, but then like the window in the background may be Lakeview. Okay, first of all, what's up with that floodlight in the background? That's a really odd way to light a set. It looks like a cheap haunted house attraction. Hopefully this is not like the final color grade. But looks like James is about to encounter a whole pack of nurses. You can kind of see them. They've got scalpels. One of them had a pipe too. So only a few frames there. And he raises his pipe. Here's the initial reveal of Pyramid Head for the trailer here. He reaches through, and one problem I have with this is you can see under Pyramid Head's helmet. You're just never supposed to see that. You can see a neckline. You're not supposed to see that. There's an air of mystery on what's under the helmet. How can he wear that big heavy thing? I think this is like the older revision or something, because the colors look different. Okay, then we got James here throwing, it looks like, okay, James is standing in front of, this is a lot of scaffolding, but I think this is like near the beginning, right before he goes to town, where he meets the initial lying figure. But he throws like what looks like a corn harvester or something like that. Do you see that? It's like it's a little scythe. He has like a little scythe, or at least that's how the artifacts look. It looks like a scythe. Moving on, we got I think this is an elevator ride. And this right here is the most Lynchian close-up I've seen of Maria here. This looks like something straight out of Inland Empire. Christoph Gans has got like a mini DV camera and just putting it up in this actress's face. Look at that. Lynchian. Oh my god. All right, so what's this here? Okay, a lot of things. This right here, I think, is the bottom when James he rides the elevator and he's about to get out, and it's covered in blood because Maria gets skewered. I don't know what to make of this, because this also appears in the new trailer, which we are also going to cover. You're getting your money's worth tonight. You're getting your content tonight. So this here has to be the Lakeview Hotel. Has to be. This is Angela's flames manifesting, I guess. But once again, I don't think it's... I think everyone sees each other's... They do in the original, but I think the flames are actually manifesting here. It looks like Jeremy Irvine has burn marks all over his face. Like it's a tangible threat. So that's new. Moving on. This is the poster, one of the posters for the movies is Maria's glazed over eyes. I think this is when she gets stabbed through, like reaching into the elevator. And then there it is, Return to Silent Hill. Was there anything else? Coming soon. Okay, so we just did the leaked trailer. That was the initial one. This was released last year, like really early last year. This movie has been in development hell for at least 2 years. Like, it's already been screened. It was screened over almost 2 years ago at the Cannes Film Fest. And that, I guess it didn't go over well because they re-edited a lot, apparently. Let me read a little chat, and then we're going to do a frame-by-frame of this one. I told you, that was our first order of business. We got to cover this. Then we'll play some No More Heroes 3. Okay, Mecha Shadow says, are you hyped for Swery 51's game? So, yeah, the Swery 65 Suda collab Hotel Barcelona. I'll be playing it, and I will tell you my thoughts when I play it. I'm trying to get a review key for it because the game is releasing a day after Silent Hill F. And Silent Hill F was announced, like the release date was announced before Barcelona. So I planned everything in my life around Silent Hill F. So if Cult Games, shout out to Cult Games, if they want to review my application for a review key and send me one, you know, maybe a couple weeks before Silent Hill F and Hotel Barcelona release, I will play through the game and I will review it before Silent Hill F. But if they reject my application, then unfortunately it will probably not be until October when I can cover Hotel Barcelona. So, ball is in their court. Let's see here. The wooden plank was in Jeremy Irvine the whole time. Nov says, James looks more like Henry Townsend in this movie. Yeah, he does. He really does. Hermie says, what's next? They gonna show Pyramid Head's cankles? I have a feeling they're gonna do... Okay, you guys ever seen Jacob's Ladder before? If you haven't, it's kind of essential Silent Hill media because they borrowed a lot of the psychological horror aspects from Jacob's Ladder, as well as some set designs wholesale ripped off of Jacob's Ladder, as well as head shaking and bizarre abstract creatures and demons and such. It's very good. But there is a deleted scene. There is a deleted scene in Jacob's Ladder where Jacob pulls off a monster's head and reveals his own face, like revealing that he was, like, those were his delusions, they were manifestations of his own mind. Well, in the original Silent Hill 2, the urban legend is, the rumor is, the lore is, that there was going to be a scene where James did something similar, where he removed the helmet, Pyramid Head's helmet, and revealed his own face. But either that was cut, or that's just a made-up rumor, or what, but it just did not make it into the final game. But I have a feeling Christoph Gans is not above that kind of in-your-face symbolism. Like, he really has to drive it home for the tourists. So maybe there will be a scene. If this scene, by the way, I'm going to be reviewing this movie when it comes out in January. I'm going to get a front row ticket. I'm going to get the Pyramid Head AMC popcorn bucket and the Jacob Crane mixed drink. I'm going to go for it. And I will be reviewing Return to Silent Hill. I hope it goes on demand as well, because I would like to just get it on demand and be able to use scenes from the movie as a reference for my review. But if not, if I can only just go and then sit in my car and ramble about it like Cinema Snob style, then I'll do it that way. But it's gonna happen. I'm going to review the movie when it comes out. But my prediction is the Pyramid Head reveal is going to be very ham-fisted, and they might just remove the helmet. That's my prediction. The actress playing Mary is 35. She looks a lot younger. Nero Smith says, I don't even like the original Silent Hill movie, and that's supposedly one of the best video game adaptations. I will not even say that. I enjoyed it because, like, when the original one came out, I was in high school, and I was just hyped. I was really excited for it because out of all the video game adaptations up to 2006, it was one of the better ones. But much, much better adaptations have come out since then. And I also saw Revelations 3D in 3D in the theaters as well. And that was a much different experience. Oh, boy. Anyway, let's take a look. We're going to do this. Wow, we've got 36 people in here. Shout out, by the way, if you're joining us. Friendly reminder. Because of this analysis. He's really going out of his way here. Really appreciate it if my thing would load up. There we go. Bing. Leave that like. He's doing a frame-by-frame analysis of the both Silent Hill 2 trailers, one of which is lost media. Shout out to the archive if you're enjoying this. Maybe you might clip this bit out for me. If any of you clippers out there might clip this out for me, I'd really appreciate that. Okay, so this was the trailer released last night. Okay, I want to comment on this right now. Jeremy Irvine's duck face. I want to comment on this right now, but I'm gonna take it a few frames at a time. So here we go. Okay, so he's clearly spitting up water, which implies he was in water, maybe Toluca Lake. Okay, this is where I think this is going.
Something's happened.
I think Christoph Gans does not want to have the follow the light scene, like where James takes the rowboat across Toluca Lake and follows the light to the Lakeview Hotel. I think he thinks the audience just doesn't have the attention span for that, so we're going to just end up with Jeremy Irvine getting knocked out and then waking up at the Lakeview Hotel. That's my prediction on that one. And
something
you can see that in the ripples on the water there. There's flames. For some reason the Lakeview Hotel is burning when James gets there. Okay, there was something else here.
Something's happened here.
Okay, in those frames. Sorry, I gotta do this frame by frame.
Something's happened here.
Okay, eyeball. Right here, we got a light. This is the moths. I believe this is the mannequin room where he gets the flashlight. Right here is a major scene. I think there are two possible scenes this could be. The most obvious one is the Lakeview Hotel where James finds the VHS tape that he took while he and Mary were on vacation, and then he has a psychological break, and then the Lakeview Hotel reveals itself to him. Or there's another static TV in the Woodside Apartments where he finds that corpse just watching a TV. I don't think it's that one, but he could be blending both scenes.
Something really, really bad.
And you can clearly see ash falling in the background, so this is connected. He's got the pipe in his hand too.
All the darkness, you can't keep it away.
Okay, I want you to listen to this voice, and I'm going to tell you who I think that is.
Please keep it away. You can't keep the darkness. All the darkness, you can't keep it away.
Okay, that voice is like, all the darkness you can't keep away. I think that's Jacob Crane. I think that is our first listen, our look at Jacob Crane. Because he's a grand warlock. We got a grand warlock in our midst here. And he's supposed to be James's brother-in-law, too. Okay, see this? I think that might be our hospital boss fight. That right there is definitely Laura. And what hallway is she running down? I'm not sure. They've really done better color grading here. Like, the colors look much better. You can see the greenness of James's jacket. You can see the orangish hue of the flames. But it looks so green screened at the same time. It looks so clean. Like he's just really just standing in front of a green panel. It's bad. Okay, so this is James outside of the Lakeview Hotel. It's already on fire. I am not sure why. He's not supposed... He's the first time he sees the Lakeview Hotel, it's supposed to look very clean and beautiful and inviting. As if, like, time was at a standstill from the last time he visited there. But, you know, Christoph Gans is a true visionary, so he does things his way.
Please don't go any further.
And then there's the bathroom. Okay, we just skipped something important. This is, like, the most bizarre thing. I really gotta analyze this one here. You see a bunch of hooded figures. They got their hands, and they're carrying what looks like a masked woman. You can see a little bit of the breast there, so I'm going to assume it's Mary's body. And I think this is okay, and I'm going to tell you why this is okay. Because I think if Christoph Gans is going to pick one of the endings, he's going to go with the rebirth ending, where you know, James takes Mary's body out to this like little cabin on Toluca Lake, and he has all these ingredients, and he tries to bring Mary back. I think Jacob Crane, Mary's brother, is going to try and resurrect Mary using old cultic rituals and stuff from the Order. That's what I'm getting from this frame. That's my prediction. We're locking it in.
Think you can get it inside mine?
Can you think of another better explanation? Chat? Yeah. Alright, so that's what I think this is all about. If he puts in the UFO ending, I'd give him props. I think this is the hospital boss fight. What are those things called that come down from the ceiling? This has got to be the hospital boss fight right here. But look at this background here. It looks like it was filmed with an iPhone. Like this scene right here looks like it was filmed completely in vertical mode, so he could release it on TikTok or something. It's just got a random fence, and then just, you know, a wooden stage, like a backdrop there. Once again, this is a look at the other world of Silent Hill, and if he's keeping it thematically consistent with the 2006 movie, then that's what that's all about. It looks too much like John Wick's Hell to me. Constantine's Hell. Whoa, we just missed something. Can I catch that frame? There it is. We've got a mannequin head that rolls on the ground, but if you look right behind it, there's a fetal mannequin right there, a straight up naked body. This could be our first look at the mannequin. And it moves. You could see the body move for a couple of frames. Okay, this is an old boy scene that visionary director Christoph Gans is ripping off, like the wide shot from Old Boy right here. And James is going to go through there just with a pipe and do this elaborate fight scene. What do you think? I just watched a movie that ripped off Old Boy, by the way. It's called The Home, with Pete Davidson. And they did the Old Boy shot. But nurses travel in a pack here, and some of them are carrying... One's got like a tibula, like reflex thing. One of them's got a pipe. Some of them have scalpels. Some just don't have anything. They all have lotus-looking faces too, which is strange. I'm not sure what the lotus symbolism means. And then this is where Maria gets skewered in the elevator. And you can clearly see there was a shot, reverse shot. That's James getting her blood. Yeah.
You don't know what kind of hell you have to face.
Let's hear that again. Let's play that one back. Let's see if I can get closed captions on here.
What kind of hell you have to face.
No. So, you don't know what kind of hell you have to face. I think this is just some random character, maybe with ties to the cult, that's trying to warn James. Okay, I don't think this is Mary. I don't think this is Maria. Or maybe this is Angela's voice. Listen again. I think this might be Angela.
Don't know what kind of hell you have to face.
I think that's Angela. I'm going to lock that in. That's an Angela line. Over here, this is the action shot here. This is the titular scene of Return to Silent Hill. He is actually returning to Silent Hill in this moment. He's taking a different pathway than Rose. Rose took the highway crumbled behind her. She took the Harry Mason route. He's taken the long jog, like the back road into town here. I don't know why it's the exact same sign, but whatever. It doesn't look terrible. The layer of fog, though, looking at this as an editor, not as a visionary, but as an editor, I can definitely see where the fog line is, where they put the Adobe After Effects. It's just like there's a layer clearly there, and then they put a bush in there to kind of add some depth. But, you know, most people probably won't notice that. And then, yeah, we've got Pyramid Head and... You live here now. Hold on. I got a little problem with this. First of all, this new Pyramid Head, this new interpretation of Pyramid Head, he looks like more subdued. He looks a bit shorter than the one from 2006. And his costume isn't as bloody. One thing I don't really like is the helmet design. It doesn't have, like, you know, the more industrial metal kind of thing. If you look, like, right at the middle of it, like right here, it looks like it's 3D printed. You guys see that, like, little weaving right there in the middle? I don't know why. I've 3D printed a lot of shit, and I can't unsee the 3D printed stitching there. And then he growls at James. I want to see if I can grab that right there. Oh, I want to grab that one frame. Let me grab that frame. There it is. That's the frame. I also don't like how you can see under his helmet. I would have never shot... I would have maybe done a profile shot instead of, like, having James crouch down at the mid-level so I can see the clearly cardboard balsa wood underside the Pyramid Head's helmet. Like, this looks like Spirit Halloween shit now. It looks cool from the front, but now that I can see his neckline, and I bet, you know, there's probably a panel kind of like, you know, a stockade in the back that comes off. That really breaks my immersion. You live here now. Alright, everyone. That was it. Those were my trailer analysis of both Silent Hill trail. All we know about Return to Silent Hill so far. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get into the game now, shall we? We're going to play a little bit. My Switch has been asleep this whole time, so let's get that back on the screen. Let's get that nice footage back on the screen. Okay, before we get this started here, No More Heroes 3, I always got to check, you know, how's the audio sounding and everything. The last stream I did, I was playing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and all you could hear was all the click-clacky tip-tapping of my fingers. So, if you could let me know once we get into the game, if I'm too loud, I'd like a good balance between them. Unreal Engine's getting a lot of flack lately, but Suda loves it. So we can play on bitter or spicy or Berry Street. I'm going to play on bitter because I'm starting a new file. I play on spicy like whenever I got more chips. Once the difficulty level's been set, it cannot be changed during the game. Are you sure? Yes. It has been so long since I've played the beginning bits of this game. Let It Die, by the way. This is like the same title card to Let It Die whenever you start the death drive. So we're going to start off playing Beatman. This is No More Heroes 3, released 4 years ago. Has it been that long? I made a pretty decent video on it. Some people thought I was overly negative, but I think I didn't think that was the case, especially if you watch to the end.
This game I used to play. Nobody at school had it, but I was super into it for some reason. It was called Deathman. It was a side-scrolling action game.
Watching a playthrough like a tourist.
Japanese games. But it was so cool. These aliens from the planet Death take over Earth, and they print the human scores on their arms. Intelligence and beauty. If either score drops below 100, they get killed. A murder show begins.
I love this shit.
One man put a stop to this terrible game. That's right. It's Deathman. Deathman fights against the Death aliens. To protect the planet Earth, he kills off all 10 of the top evil Death aliens. Then, when he kills General Death at the end, Deathman reveals his true identity. Who really is Deathman? How did it end?
Deathman's pretty difficult once you get into it. I was never too good at, like, Streets of Rage style beat-em-ups.
But that's about to change.
The hitboxes are a little wonky, I'll say that.
Version was released. Now I can finally find out who Deathman really is. Finally, it's the last boss, the General Death.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me know about the volume before we got too far into it. No More Heroes 3 has so many false beginnings. I love it. Gotta get the sword. There we go. You do not want to lose the sword. And I lost it. Woo! Yeah! First try. I remember dying on that, I think, the first time I played this game. Yeah, what I love about No More Heroes 3 and Travis Strikes Again is the mixed media approach, like where Suda hired a bunch of different artists to like make anime, to make like 8-bit games and all that stuff. We're not gonna watch this. Sorry. So, let me explain real quick why I'm starting from the beginning. When I first played through No More Heroes 3, I 100%ed the game. I did everything there was to do. And my original Switch, the memory on it corrupted. And so I lost the file completely, and I didn't have Nintendo Online at the time, so I don't have a backup. So I have to start all over again, but I'm not mad because I actually really do enjoy this game. And it seems like they've improved a little bit of the frame rate and everything since the launch. I'm playing on the Switch 1. I bet it plays a lot better on Switch 2. And if I ever get a Switch 2, this will be one of the first games I test. Because it was pretty rough when at its launch state, I'll say. But I love this game. Somebody asked me like what my favorite No More Heroes is, and it's gonna sound blasphemous. I'm gonna tell you what I'll tell you what my rank is for each one of the No More Heroes, and it's gonna piss some people off. It really will. But they're different. I like all of them. I'll say that for different reasons.
Was today the 4th of July? If not, is the Empire striking back or what? Looks like things are gonna get weird today.
What a shitty town. What could possibly even be here? Like, what the hell is the...
I love the redneck aliens. It's a nice touch.
Let's destroy it.
What was that light?
Woo! That makes a much nicer parking lot, huh? I'm gonna build my tower right here. Okay, you go and clean up. My radar's picking up something weird. There's something real funky down below. Whatever. You guys will do. Wanna go kill it for me? Okay, go find it. Fuck it up! Yeehaw!
The city. It's gone.
Who are they?
We got Shinobu in the house.
Hey, can I ask you something? Are you guys aliens?
I don't think they're here.
I will say I like No More Heroes 3 a lot better than Deadly Premonition 2. It didn't disappoint me as much.
You know how to take these guys down?
Beat him to fucking death! Strategy is born from battle.
I'll take the one in the middle. Do whatever you want with the rest.
Let me have some fun, fucking losers! Let's go!
Start the game.
Bad Girl reminds me a lot of Sherry Moon Zombie's character from The House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. Master Gita, he is from Travis Strikes Again. You get to read all of his pro tips. Oh yeah, normal, heavy. Sorry, gotta remember how to play.
Gamers, limit your gaming to 10 hours per day. Any more, and you're seriously gonna die. Hope everyone's doing great today. Your good old girl next door, Sylvia, is going to introduce another new game today.
That's dodge.
Today's title is No More Heroes 3. After
We got VTuber Sylvia right there.
Gamers have but one goal: to take down the opponent in front of you. Hurry up and grab the controller. the game has already started.
Okay, so we got the lock on.
You know what to do, right? Just destroy all those nasty aliens. They're
There we go. Charging the beam katana. This one is R. Okay.
Before your eyes, I can feel the bloodlust raging.
There we go. Killer Slash is decimate an enemy with the beam katana and then deal. Oh, okay, yeah.
You have no idea what
This is my favorite part of the game. I love the final strike with all the like the swelling guitars and everything, and it goes with that monochromatic blood. Oh, it's so satisfying every time. It does not get old for me. Somebody says the game runs super smooth on PS5. I want to track down a physical copy of that.
The hell is this? Are these really aliens? Juvie, check this out.
All right. Its atomic composition is unknown.
This is Dr. Juvenile, who is like a main character in Travis Strikes Again. I believe she designed the Death Drive.
An energy stone for the planet Jeff Baptiste.
So they really are aliens. Things are getting real funky real quick.
Mission accomplished.
That was way too easy. Where are the rest of them?
It's only polite to accept an invitation to kick ass.
Kick ass!
Master, I believe the time has come to use it.
Loading the DD system. Awaken, sister.
Hey.
The Daemon Ex Machina reference is so funny. I was cracking up the first time I saw that. But that's like way later on in the game.
Travis, you're behind enemy lines now.
Gene? Have you always sounded like that?
Something wrong?
No. It's just, I always assumed you were a female.
Are you tweaking? This is how I've always sounded.
That's pretty badass.
If there's anything you're not clear on, let me know. I'll lay it out for you.
Ah, so you're basically my navigator, huh?
Come on, man. Don't underestimate my prowess in battle. I'm right up there with
Yeah, let's not use that comparison anymore. It's gonna make things more confusing.
All right, let's get it.
Strawberry. Raspberry. Double kill.
Woo! Oh shit! Oh shit! Dodge! Dodge!
Come on.
As you can see, things got all funky real quick. There's probably some...
Those bots are basically stock Unity models, from what I remember on TSA. Some shit that Suda just barely textured over.
What? There are no heroes in this world? Oh, but there totally are. My name is Travis Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world. I'm also just a passing assassin. Here we go. taking a kill trip on death row.
It's me.
Sylvia, is that you?
You know what to do, don't you? If you want to keep living a comfortable life, kill them all. Unleash the insanity, Travis. Let it flow. The pure, primitive insanity. The Garden of Insanity is awaiting your return.
They've made Sylvia's calls significantly shorter than the original No More Heroes. I always liked them. So let me read a little chat before we get into it. There's almost no meat on the bone if you just straight up play through No More Heroes 3 and just like do all the story stuff and just don't go into the open worlds. If you just stick to just the basic missions, the game is pretty short. I'd say this game's about 25 hours long. But for completion, it's a little bit longer. Alright, so let me read. Light Spaceman says, I only think the one that gets really weird looks is if your favorite is 2. Well, I'm not going to tell you guys just yet. Nero Smith says, I played No More Heroes 1 recently. It was fun, but I think I played it in the 2000s. I wouldn't have found it better. The meta quirky stuff was novel for 07, but way more common nowadays. Yeah, there are aspects of it that were a product of their time, but I do remember playing it in 2007 and just being like, I've never played anything like this. That was so meta and fun and funny. Fictive says, No More Heroes 3 is my favorite. That's a good pick. I honestly think No More Heroes 3 deserves its flowers, but if you read down in chat, somebody did... Swagmaster says, I wish this game was finished. It's clearly unfinished. There's a big portion of the map that they just had to block off. And you can see it once we get into the world map, but you can feel like little bits like, oh, I think they had more kernels of an idea here and they just couldn't. But I'm glad it exists overall. I'm glad even in the finished state, it's still like 85% amazing.
My stomach hurts. Too many beers. Oh, shit, I need a toilet. Perfect location. Oh yeah, don't forget. Always stop by the toilet if you find one, especially before boss fights. You need time to get your thoughts in order. So you know, save your damn gain.
I'm so sad. I lost my original file. But that's okay. I'm probably going to play through this again like a year from now. If Nintendo releases a Switch OLED, I'll play through it then. Or maybe I should get it on the Steam Deck. Oh yeah, Bugsaburo. I forget, are the sushi like Monster Hunter? I think these just give you like perks. Yeah, it's a buff like Monster Hunter here. Now, if it were up to me, I'd probably get the Ebi or the Maguro. I don't think I have any death skills yet, so... The Kappa Mikey. Power when eaten. Okay. Let's eat in though. Oh, really? That actually sounds pretty good. We'll go for that.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu. The guy who made this rap song here follows me on Twitter, and I guess he liked my review of this video. So shout out. I think I know your name. I'll have to check my Twitter, but I've seen this guy who made that song, the sushi song there, he watched my video, so I really appreciate that. Alright, let's take a quick look around here. You can tell that, especially like in the later part of No More Heroes 3, that the budget started to creep in and they had to wrap things up, because the last area of the game is just like one hallway of monsters or robots and then showdown. They're like, alright, wrap it up. Natsufuji? I think so. One-on-one, he's not so tough, but watch out, his weapon attacks have plenty of range. This dude's just a Goomba.
Here we go. Bloodberry.
This song is so good. So we've got B and Y and B and X. Okay. Oh yeah. Perfect dodge will be... This is gonna be tough. I always sucked at the perfect dodges. There we go. Oh, we've got the throws. Let's go charge up. There we go, there we go. Man, I wish I would have picked this back up and played it again. Because once I 100%ed it, I was just done with it. I haven't touched this game in like 3 years. It's still as fun as I remembered. Oh, the full armor mode is so broken. I think I used it to one-shot one of the boss fights. Yeah, the full armor mode is entirely broken, but it's fun. There are materials you have to gather in this one because there's chips you craft. It is a bit of a grindy game. Deadly Premonition 2 kind of has that parallel where they just introduced a Xenoblade-style crafting system. I don't think it makes the game any better, it just really pads out things, and I prefer more of a streamlined approach. I would rather have a game that I can return to and be on multiple iterations than have to go through and grind for all the special materials to get that one particular chip. There's also some gacha components in here as well. I needed full armor to finish off Henry on death mode. Oh, yeah. I love this aspect, too. When you get close to the boss doors, they have the grain effect, monochromatic, except for the petals. Let's pick out some good sushi. Irashimasu. Whatever's the cheapest. We're broke. We're broke as shit. More easily stunned. Yeah, let's just splurge a little bit. We're streaming. Gochiso-sama deshita. When I went to my first isekai in Japan, the mama there taught me Itadekimasu and Gochiso-sama deshita. And I thought about No More Heroes 3. Is this Mr. Black Hole?
Where are we?
In the core of the spacecraft.
So this is where the real hardcore bad guys are. What's that egg?
Oh, the alien
You know, like
reference
in that
here, yeah.
famous movie where a monster pops out of the egg and attacks.
Hey, the egg is
Really on the nose for this reference.
Something not so good is gonna come out of that thing.
shit. Oh, you're a cute little guy. Come here, little buddy. Oh, you're so good at walking, aren't you? Yes, you are. Let me pick you up, little guy.
Yeah, I think this is Mr. Black Hole, who's actually quite a tough fight on some of the more spicier difficulties.
Well, now it's a hellscape with nothing but a graveyard and a galactic waste disposal site. This is where we grew up.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. Let's get into it. I like that this game has damage counters. The little RPG aspects are a nice touch. Woo! That was a mistake. Big mistake. I should have bought some sushi to go, too. Damn. That's okay. Woo! Okay, I've got my power back. Okay, halfway mark.
Come on.
Oh no, no! Okay, whew, whew. Almost got hit by that. Nice, nice! Oh, nice! Get wrecked! No, no, no. Let's get him. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, Travis. That was a good fight. This is one of my favorite areas in the game right here.
Inside him, we're basically in his universe.
Well, that sucks. I'll begin searching for hostiles.
So that asshole is hiding somewhere among these billions of stars, huh?
I love this area. I'm just gonna let the music play for a little bit. The little drum and synth. I want to just make this a background. Like, you know how I make my wallpaper engines and stuff? I'd like to just make this one of the wallpaper engines. Ah, it just looks so cool. I think I tried to recreate this scene right here in my No More Heroes 3 video. I did something similar with the editing, but I just thought this was stylistically a good idea. Now, if I remember correctly, you have to find the correct portal to take you to Mr. Black Hole. So, I don't remember what that is, but let me read a little chat. Hermes says, nothing beats the Killer 7 Soul Shell hallway and its music. Yeah, I remember, I think it's called Party Time or something. I know what you're talking about. Swivel says, God, I haven't played this since I 100%ed it in the month it came out. Getting an itch now watching it. I hope you go back and play it. If I do play through this, I'm going to pick it up on Steam. What sucks is it was on sale for $12 on Steam last month, and I didn't know about it. I was like looking, I was like, maybe I'll play it on Steam today, and I'm gonna add it to my wish list, so when it goes on sale next, I'll pick it up on Steam. Light Spaceman, favorite boss from this game? That's a good question. There's so many. All the bosses are so distinct. What's that rap battle fight? There's a rap battle fight. I remember there's the RPG fight. I think the last fight is very well done. I just don't think it needed as many phases. Yeah, Henry. Yeah, probably Henry's fight. This has like some of the best boss fights in the series, for real. Some are really stupid. I think the one that I didn't like is the Simon Says boss fight. With the animators, there's animators from Short Piece. I wasn't a fan of that one. Am I supposed to follow Gene? Is Gene gonna lead me to the correct one? Gene's napping on the job. This next boss fight is so silly, and I wouldn't say it's unnecessary or anything. It's just like, what's the point? It's not really a challenge, but it's fun, I guess. You can dodge those, thankfully. Kimmy had the rap battle, that's right. God damn, it's such a beautiful game. All throughout. One of his most stylish games. I know there's Killer 7, of course. But No More Heroes 3 goes so many wild places that I actually remember it a lot more than the other 3 No More Heroes games. Just because of how distinct the levels and the boss fights were. Here we go. Zone of the Enders time. So move, lock, boost, laser, particle cannon. Yeah, I'll figure this out. Oh shit! I forgot about that move. Aim for the head. Hey, what's up? How you doing, 360 kilobytes? Dead. Has anyone ever talked about how much this game may have sold? I don't know. It needs to go on sale more often for that to happen. It rarely goes on sale.
Underestimate Earthlings.
Thank you. Now I've got the Travis touchdown data I needed.
What data?
Statistics from your behavioral and strategic patterns.
Fine, do whatever you want with that. I'm more badass than a black demon.
Okay, everyone. I'm leaving the rest up to you. Prince Fu. Seriously, ever since way back...
I bet it's sold more than Shadows of the Damned Hella Remastered, that much I can tell you. I love the sketches at the end, where they take the last frame and then have a little comic sketch. You have to play through these boss fights on spicier mode to get some of the rare materials in the boss rush rooms.
Is it really you? How are the kids?
You have managed to take down the number 10 ranked Black Hole. And you have been recognized as number 10 in the galactic rankings.
It is cool, 360 kilobytes. It is very, very cool.
The battle has already begun. You are in the eye of the storm, so you cannot escape or just disappear.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip. Is it Midori is... I remember that boss fight. That's like where you go to like the haunted school. Velvet Chair Girl is my least favorite fight in this. Hated it. And that's only because I get my X and Y switched up when I'm playing on the Switch. So this is one of like the 5 title sequences in No More Heroes 3. You encounter these all the time. It has like so many false starts. But that's part of the mixed media project that they were going for. Ever since Travis Strikes Again. Maybe as far back as No More Heroes 2, because they did have the 8-bit style for the Famicom games. Yeah, the Chair Girl intro is cool.
One is gone.
Did Black Hole get killed? I see. Dead, huh? That's kind of funny.
It was that man.
We'll skip ahead.
The year 2021. The huge entertainment-based theme park built in Santa destroyed.
I do want to show this off.
Would no longer be holding its grand opening in 2 months. It was instead converted into the Garden of Insanity.
Hesitate, and you are dead.
The Colosseum that would hold the aliens' game of conquest. Fu and 9 of his aliens are dispatched into formation, prepared to destroy the planet.
Thank you, Goon. I'm just trying to follow in the footsteps of Travis.
1 on the moon, 1 in space. Fu sits in the central tower, and his 9 soldiers, all recognized by the United Assassins Association, descend to Earth as the Galactic Superhero Ranking members. The following 10 have been registered as members of the rankings. Number 10.
I love the action figures. The game has kind of like a plasticky sheen all over it due to the style. But I like that there's somewhat of a canonical explanation for why the characters look the way they do. It's in theme with the action figure aspect, I guess.
Number 5. The Dark World Princess, Midori Midorikawa. Number 4. The Galactic Sniper Champion, Sniping Lee. Number 3. The Demon God, Sonic Juice. Number 2. The Master of Explosion, Paradox Bandit. Number 1. Our own King of Destruction, Just Baptiste VI.
Alright, I'm gonna skip ahead here. We gotta get back to that game.
No more than 10 hours of gaming per day.
And a word from our sponsors. So next year, I plan on remodeling my bathroom. I went over to Japan and I lived in Osaka for a month. And I thought about like how practical and smartly designed their bathrooms are over there. And how home, like how you felt just so comfortable. My bathroom is not those things. And I just want to take a sledgehammer to it and redo it. And I think when I redo my bathroom, it's going to be similar to Travis's. I'm going to get a big-ass annoying plant in there, too. Oh, yeah, the Netflix thing. I forgot about that motif.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Skipping ahead, skipping ahead. Sorry if you're in it for the cutscenes.
So, what do you think about Miike's latest production?
Alright, I'm not going to show off these whole things, but these are little vignettes where Travis talks with a friend about various Takashi Miike films. And I recommend watching all the ones they talk about, except for maybe Visitor Q. Visitor Q's a little too much for my taste.
You really hit the nail on the head.
I really like Gozu, though. Takashi Miike, by the way, appears in No More Heroes 2 as a cameo. He gives Travis a sword. It's kind of funny. But this is Travis's pad. It's in 2 floors this time. I think he bought up the No More Heroes motel. So like I think he's the landlord of the whole place, if I remember correctly. Gene has like an insanely cool cat tower. You can play mini games with Gene later on. Maybe I can play him now. We got the wardrobe. I don't think I have much in here.
Which one?
So you can take the jacket off. You can do his PJs. But you can get all of his jackets from the previous games. I usually go with the purple jacket from Travis Strikes Again. But let's take off the jacket. I'll show you kind of right now here. So this is the Joy Division shirt. Textures are loading because we're on the Switch here. I always wore this one. This was one of my favorites, the palm trees. Devolver Digital, because Suda51 has a boner for Hotline Miami. Noodle Freak, which is the cup noodle font. Mr. Black Hole shirt. By the way, you can do a little panorama. Got the Deathman logos. You guys have a favorite shirt? The Death Geisha. I like the gradient on that one. But we're going to go with my favorite one for now, and then we can buy some more later. God, I love this game. With the jacket. And then if you go down here, maybe I haven't unlocked it yet, but it's the apartment from No More Heroes 1 and 2. I believe. Yes, you can pet the cat. Named after your sister, who's actually been a male cat all along. One thing I do miss is the really flashy transitions between stages.
Sup, assassin? You the one who killed my buddy?
I saw you on TV, Prince. What a lame-ass little speech. That shit was just stupid. We had our own Miike night over here. Thanks to that, I came to the conclusion that Andromedia deserves to be reevaluated.
Ugh. Keep talking all you want. You're already dead. Well, close enough anyway. Because you've pissed me off. When the conversation stops, that's when you die.
Oh, so you're challenging me, huh? You talk a pretty big game, Prince Dumbass.
You, a human, ridicule me? That shall not stand.
I'm tired of all this ranking bullshit. All I gotta do is take Prince Dumbass's head off and it's over. Bring it on! I'll give you a little kiss.
This is over. I'll show you how it ends! Let's go!
Kill stealing.
Get away from him!
Shinobu can't catch a break.
Back off! Fucking punk!
There he is. It's the bad man.
Who the hell
I just learned something about Badman.
That's about enough from you. Now it's...
I'll tell you what I know. I just wanted to watch this scene for Badman.
Hey, assassin. This a friend of yours?
Let him go. He's got nothing to do with this. You're here for me.
That doesn't make any sense. You killed my buddy, right? And so, well, this is how it's gotta be.
Now you're really fucked. You goddamn scumbag!
Now we're even.
I'll fucking kill you!
Hey, assassin. Come see me, and I'll give you a little kiss.
Son of a bitch!
That's what I like to see! But don't forget, you're a scumbag too.
You're not getting away! Henshin! What the hell? Henshin! Fuck!
All right, skipping ahead here. There we go. There's the one of the classic transitions.
It's morning? Shit.
Skipping ahead, skipping ahead. Now we're back in the classic pad. So, Badman, who is Bad Girl's father, who is the second playable character in Travis Strikes Again. There is a critical piece of lore, Badman lore, that I was not aware of, but somebody on Twitter pointed this out. But in the game Diabolical Pitch, which is now lost media, it has now been delisted. You have to have a Hack 360 to play it. In Diabolical Pitch, the protagonist who plays, I think, for the Santa Destroy Tigers, his name is not McGuire, it's Mick something or other. The protagonist is told about a legendary baseball player, a legendary batter. And that carried over 10 years later in a Travis Strikes Again because they're referring to Badman in Diabolical Pitch. So Badman appears as a reference in Diabolical Pitch, and then therefore that's his backstory. He used to be like a legendary batter. What's his name, though? I forgot the protagonist's name from Diabolical Pitch. Anyway, we're back here. Home sweet home. We've got the bizarre Jerry. We have all of his body pillows, but it's low texture because I'm playing on the Switch. His answering machine's supposed to be over here. He got rid of his little lounge chair. Yeah, you saw that tweet too. Yeah, I just saw that yesterday. I was like, I've never made that connection, but it makes total sense. This is the gachapon. I really like this aspect. There's a little cursed gachapon machine in the hotel where you can get like figures of all the characters. You got a little I think Travis got rid of his systems because he did have a Nintendo 64 in the Wii version of No More Heroes. His little Kleenex bucket's gone. That's a shame. Alright, let's do a quick safety save. And then go explore. Jeffrey, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch. Josh Rogers says, how much do you bet that Badman will just come back in No More Heroes 4? If a No More Heroes 4 happens, my thing is, I think First of all, look, the Wii had the physics appear for that banner, that strawberry. The Switch does not have the cloth physics. What's up with that? My theory is that Grasshopper's going all in on Romeo is a dead man, in the same way they did Killer is Dead, only because they have the full rights to Romeo's a Dead Man. You guys got to understand, Grasshopper has like next to no money, okay? And they own next to none of their IPs. Like, they were a dev for hire. So Romeo is a Dead Man is theirs. So I don't know. There may be some No More Heroes references in Romeo is a Dead Man if they get permission from, I believe, Marvelous. But I think Suda's focus is to like make his own original IP that he owns. That's why partially he bought Shadows of the Dam back, so he fully owns that, you know. And I don't blame him. I want them to get paid. They've given me lots of happy memories throughout the years, and I don't want Suda to starve to death. So I'm all in on Romeo's a Dead Man. I'm very excited for it, and I feel it's going to be a mixed media project in the same vein as Travis Strikes Again, and it looks like it's more Killer is Dead than anything. We're skipping ahead. Skipping ahead. So we can get into Santa Destroy now. So much personality in Suda's games. Yes, absolutely. People look at that as a mark against him, that he's style over substance. But I feel his style is his substance. It's not like a separate thing. I like his simpler games, though. No More Heroes definitely falls into the perfect balance for me.
The ranking battles, But Travis, first you have to clear a test battle. Otherwise, you cannot participate in the ranked battles.
Then hurry the fuck up and make it happen.
You are so serious. Was she so special to you?
Now spare me your bullshit.
Okay then. Preparations for the test match are complete. Off to Perfect World.
Perfect World, huh?
Perfect World is like one of the maps. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the other areas. I'm not saying they should have cut them, but I would have much rather had like Santa Destroy more fleshed out and more detailed and more things to explore. I would have taken that over some of the maps. They're basically dead. They're just sparsely populated with things and not very creative. All right.
Get us there. On it. Keep going this way and punch it. Overtake the wind, Travis.
I'm just gonna do a bunch of side stuff and fuck around. So this is Beefhead Video, which is integral to a couple of No More Heroes games. I mean, like the first one's, the cutscene starts here, but the second one's Revenge Story deals with Beefhead. Yeah, I do like the music of those. But hey, do we have any 25th Ward fans in here? Can you see that shitty texture over to the right? Yeah, there's a little 25th Ward reference there. It's kind of hard to make out what's supposed to be what, because they've really smeared the textures to avoid any sort of like copyright thing. They're mostly porn, from what I can see. Some Gachi Muchi. There's the Digital Man right there. Another 25th Ward reference. And then, hey, look, we got Tokyo Tokyo Morishima in red. Yeah, the walls are just basically the 25th ward. And he's got an Apple iMac G3, I believe. I had one of those. And somehow Bishop returned. So that's one of our side quests. We gotta collect trading cards. Hey, Paul, I also got the 100 endings in 25th Ward. You can go check my PSN profile. I got that platinum. It was a miserable experience. We got some sushi over there. Yes, Santa Destroy's looking pretty rough on the Nintendo Switch. Do they improve the textures and everything on the other versions, or is it still kind of this muddied? The X-Files reference here. I'm a big X-Files head. So these are enemy gauntlets. I don't think I'm strong enough to do some of these yet.
Bring it on.
We'll give it a try. There are 8 waves. Oh my god. We'll give it a go. I'm gonna try and get them together. There we go. That's what I'm looking to do. Yeah, it's best to group them together and spam your powers. Hey, nice. Let me check that super chat in just a second here. Okay, we got a super chat from Hermit for $9.99. Thank you so much, Hermit. Blessings upon you. Hey man, do you think we'll get a No More Heroes 4? I think that question really depends on how well Romeo is a Dead Man sells. I want Romeo's a Dead Man to do well, because that means Grasshopper will get enough funding to stay afloat for many years to come. But if it tanks, it could put them in dire straits, and Grasshopper may splinter off and become like a Death for Hire, and then Suda might go work for Marvelous again. But I think my theory is Suda wants to go full steam ahead with original IP, things that Grasshopper fully owns. So like Shadows of the Dam they fully own. Like there's Silver Case. I think they own Flower, Sun, and Rain, so we may see that. But I think we might see something like Killer is Dead or a new original IP before he dips back into No More Heroes 4. Now, he has mentored a lot of different younger developers, so there is a possibility that No More Heroes 4 could happen without him too. But I'll keep my fingers crossed. We'll say that. We want to go for the middle one. Oh, nice. Not close enough. One more. It's very hard to zone in this game. I will say that until like later on when you get the upgrades. All right. Henshin time. Well, that didn't work out. What's up with that? Paul says, I would like to see a Flower, Sun, and Rain PS2 remaster. Yeah, when I reviewed Flower, Sun, and Rain, I had to import. I actually have it right up here. Let me get it. Let me get it. This is my PS2 copy right here. I don't have the Lost Past Traveler's Guide. But my video, my little video review up on YouTube was the first piece of like Flower, Sun, and Rain PS2, I think video footage up on YouTube. It is so much better than the DS version. It's not even comparable. And I think because they try, like, it's more like straightforward and there's not as much side stuff, that it may actually flow better than the DS version. I'm not a fan of the DS version. I think the story is a bit long in the tooth and the math equations and stuff were not great. But if they re-release it, this is what I want for Flower, Sun, and Rain remaster, if it ever happens. They have to sell it with the Lost Pass guide, so you actually have one and you can thumb through it. That would be cool. Flower, Sun, and Rain, although I appreciate the style and I appreciate its quirkiness, it's not my favorite Grasshopper project. it's very miserable to play. Now, if you watch a Let's Play or something where somebody just goes through it all and you have no investment in it, then sure, I can see how it can be somebody's favorite game. Yeah, if you don't go through all the torture of the 25th Ward and do all the 100 endings yourself, then yeah, it's great. We're checking out all the question marks on the map. It's an ugly looking open world, what can I say? But there are some areas that look better than others. Hermit, you never knew it was on PS2. Go watch my Flower, Sun, and Rain Grasshopper B-sides. I compare both versions. I compare the DS and PS2 version on there. And I love the cover, the box art of this. There's another one too that NF's New Frontier Studios. If you are a fan of like Grasshopper artwork, there's a Twitter account you want to follow called NF Studio. They post all the Rainy Woods Lost content, and they've been posting Killer 7 and Flower, Sun, and Rain stuff. There's an alternate box art that's more rainbow pattern. That's pretty good up there. We're gonna pick up some trash. It's janitor mode. Hey, what's up, MD Chaos? Welcome. Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for the gators. That looks like it's a gator to me. No, that's a bottle. Yeah, the bubbles are the gators. You also get to, like, nuke the gators later on, I think, with one of the other minigames. Not as cool as picking up scorpions with tongs, I will say that. Are there any pink gators in this? I don't recall if there are, but I wouldn't put it past Suda. Maybe chat can enlighten our friend here. We did see some 25th Ward references so far. There is a major Silver Case reference in here. There is a character from the Silver Case in the game. The Damon 4000 ZX2 GT. This one's really tough. I'm not going to do this one. I actually remember this fight. I'm not up to snuff yet. Cozy little No More Heroes 3 stream. What do you think, folks? It's been a good one so far. Thanks for joining me, and all the donations are certainly appreciated. They're going towards my Silent Hill F fund at the moment. So your money will be spent on new content. Because I'm going to have to get that fucking game a couple of days early, just so I can keep up. Game World looks more deader than the first one's open world, and that's supposed to look like a shitty town. I'm playing the Switch version, Indie Chaos, and Allegedly, it looks better on literally every other platform, but it is sparsely populated, so I'm not sure if the other platforms add more NPCs. But yeah, it does look significantly worse than the Wii No More Heroes. The Wii actually still holds up. The Wii yeah. If you play it on a CRT especially, it's a fine looking game. Let's get some sushi. I'm gonna grab one of these. Damn, this is expensive. We'll get a chef's choice. Well, Light Spaceman, the reason why everyone got priced out of Santa Destroy is because Travis is now a slumlord. He can afford it now because he's charging everybody from the other No More Heroes games rent. Oh, I think there is a scorpion over here I can catch. There was one, yeah, somewhere over here. That's one of the side objectives. Maybe I haven't activated the mission that populates them yet. But I think some of the scorpions were just straight up taken from Let It Die, more so than the other No More Heroes games. Yeah, I don't think I've activated the mission that makes the scorpions pop up yet. The ramps are a lot better in this one compared to the first one. I want to go to Area 51, but I don't think it's open. I think I can just look at Area 51. I'll give you a little bit of lore about Area 51. If I can find it. Is it down here? There's Beefhead. I know Area 51 isn't that far away. I'm gonna take all the side streets and stuff, get a good look. We got a mission over here. Or no, that leads to, that's the town gate. The blurriness and the small draw distance here is really tripping me up. Like, I can't make heads or tails of most of the things in front of me. I think Bar Plastic Model's still here in one of the alleyways. I actually went to a Bar Plastic Model when I was in Tokyo. That's the motel. Where the fuck is it? That's Beefhead. Let me see if I can get a better look. I think it's down here or something. Can I place... Yeah, marker. I'm here. I think it's down there. It's somewhere around this area. I think. Is that it over there in the background? I can't see like 2 feet in front of me. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. This is Area 51. I wanted to show you this. Area 51 was a video game review show hosted by Suda51 and Mass Day and I think it was like a Famitsu collaboration or something. But there used to be DVDs where a younger Suda51 who was just up and coming as a developer, he and Mass Day would just like review games. Like they review Bully on the PlayStation 2. And I have a YouTube channel that just archived all those old Area 51 episodes. So I'll share that out on Twitter in case you want to watch some of those. I think you can use YouTube's auto-translate feature, but Area 51 is not only a reference to the actual site, but it's a reference to his old video game review show. So not a lot of people know that. But if you take a look over here, Clover is a reference to Clover Studios and his mentor / hetero life mate Shinji Mikami. So it's like Suda and Shinji are back together once again. So there's your little nugget of trivia. This is a t-shirt alien. And so we got a new t-shirt. I can't really see it. And I got a little piece of mail too. You can check out the spam folder as well. Notflix. We've got a new movie recommendation for you based on your viewing history in my list. The 51st Chamber of Shaolin. Wu-Tang. Thunder Tiger mailing service. Rest in peace. All right, let's do another side quest, shall we? We got a turlet. There's a turlet nearby. Is it going to let me do the mini games? These are so stupid, but I love them. Zab Rennigan says, I want to hear Japanese devs' opinion on Bully. You'd be surprised. A lot of the Japanese devs are major West boos. I mean, Kojima for real, but no, they really do respect Western game design. No More Heroes is very Western influenced. Especially the first one. Well, we gotta unclog the turlet. I don't know why this is censored. Has somebody managed to uncensor this on the PC version? Like, what is in the toilet that's so bad? You don't want to know, Hikiko. And now we got a new save spot. So, have you guys seen the movie Perfect Days? The Wim Wenders. Wim Wenders actually lived in Japan for about, I think, 3 or 4 years. And Perfect Days follows a janitor who works for the Tokyo Toilet. And the Tokyo Toilet's a real thing. So if you go around like Tokyo or the Shibuya area, there's a scene from Perfect Days where he goes to, like, I don't know if it's Yoyogi Park, but it's on the outskirts of Yoyogi Park. And they have these, like, electric activated fogging glass toilets where you can go in the park and they're completely see-through until you close the door, and then electricity hits the panels and it fogs up the glass. I've seen them, but I was too nervous to take a shit in the Tokyo toilet. But if you guys are out in Tokyo and you've taken a shit in those particular toilets, let me know how it went. Got one of the trading cards. You do unlock the ability to run later on. So if you don't collect everything starting off, like later on you'll get new abilities that kind of streamlines this process. Yeah, I highly recommend checking out Perfect Days. It's a really heartwarming and charming film. Very depressing in some spots, depending on how you interpret how the protagonist views their life. But it's a cozy little look into everyday life for someone in their middle age. I saw it in theaters, and it inspired me to go back to Japan. I was like, I gotta go back. And I'm glad I did. I stayed a week in Tokyo and then 3 weeks in Osaka back in March. And I wish I was there, always. I'm gonna go back one day. Not for a while, though. The beaches never look so shitty, by the way. I gotta say, the textures on the Switch do not do this game any favors. Alright, let's push forward here. We got another toilet to unclog. Right around this area. It's right there, I see it. Nope, that's the boost button. I always confuse the dismount with the boost button. Alright, let's unclog her. Ichiban! I forgot he did that. Robin Atkin Downs has so much fun with this character. It's his best character, for sure. They need to get Robin Atkin Downs and Jeff Kramer together. Jeff Kramer plays Francis York Morgan in Deadly Premonition. I'd like to see a crossover. Deadly Premonition and No More Heroes crossover. We can make it happen. I think York would fit perfectly in this world. Western Esper, what's up? They say, honestly, the textures aren't any better on the PS4. Really? I want to get it on the Steam Deck. That's going to be my next goal, is to get it on the Steam Deck. What is this? What is this? Okay, I'm gonna head north. There's a mission over here, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, is it in that alleyway? Or is it for Bogert? Maybe he has the mission. No, he doesn't. Is it in this alleyway? I wonder. Is this the cat? No. Strange, strange. Okay. I just did a lap for no reason. Hey, look, there was a physic. A single one. It's got to be around here somewhere. I see it on the map. There's also a hidden guy. If you've played Travis Strikes Again, you'll know who he is. But there is a hidden guy that you have to find several times throughout. The heck is that question mark? Okay, I see the sushi stand. I don't know. Screw it. Wrong button. That's what I wanted. Let's see if I can just do the fast travel. That'll set me back where I want to be.
Shortcut.
Alright, here we are. Let's take a look at our map. So I need to go up this way so we can get to Perfect World. We'll check out a little bit of Perfect World. We won't get terribly far into No More Heroes 3, but just enough to get a good taste, and if you haven't played it, I do recommend this. I don't think there is a bad No More Heroes game. I mean, they all have their pluses and their minuses. But I can't speak for the other ports of No More Heroes 3. The Switch one runs fine enough. They upgraded the textures on the PC version, then that's the version I'm getting. Yeah, I was planning on getting it for the Steam Deck, so... which is the PC version. Okay, this is one of the other maps here. This is Perfect World. The boss fight here is a lot of fun. The music's really, really good, too. So I got to take on these designated matches. They're not too different from your standard side missions, but I believe you have to get all these crystals, which unlocks the boss fight for the area. This guy just screams I'm an alien. I'm getting a little nasty vibe from that big ass hole in his torso.
Now let's do this. Strawberry.
Right on.
We're gonna go ahead and just smoke him if we got him. Oh, he teleported. Damn. He saw that one coming. Throw crazy mode. Let's see if we can throw him. Yeah, nice. So I got one of the crystals. Out of a total of 3 that I need. So many side quests to do too. I think I can cut lawns in this one. Once I go further into the neighborhood. We'll see if we can do some lawn mowing. Yep, here we are. Nothing like a classic grass cutting minigame. So R to dash, reverse is ZL, backwards to return forwards, and B to change directions to pull off an awesome turn. Okay, let's make sure I got all that. Alright, alright, alright. 3, 2, 1. We're just gonna take it slow. These are the easy ones. the grass texture is popping in, even though I'm like right here in this tiny little bubble, making it a little harder on the Switch version. Boom, 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 boom. I know the minigame is really stupid, and it's a waste of time. And who wants to do chores in a video game? But god damn it, it's so close to my heart. It makes me smile every time. I love Anne Frank. I love Anne Frank with the Travis avatar. Hello, I love Anne Frank. Crazy to think it's been 4 years already since No More Heroes 3. Absolutely. Where does the time go? This was a pandemic-era game. What do you think, guys? Do you think the pandemic really affected the budget and the development of No More Heroes 3? I mean, it did release at a time where games were extremely prosperous because people were mostly stuck at home. I wouldn't say always, but 2020, I would say from 2019 to 2021, at the tail end of it, it was a good time to be releasing video games. Record profits all around for the gaming industry. Will say the combat looks like it's the best in the series by far, by far. Light Spaceman says the minigames have always been good. They just teach a good lesson about perseverance. The gig economy. If you guys go back and watch my very first No More Heroes video, I think was released in 2018, and I talked about the gig economy and stuff, and I said, I think the line was, "No more heroes, more like present-day millennial." And now it's even more relevant because the job economy is so fucked in America. But yeah, gig work has absolutely taken over. Suda was prophetic. Is this one of those ones where I can't get hit? Oh no! He got that hit off on me. I'm gonna use up Mustang mode, dang it. Come on, there we go. That full armor mode just makes everything a cakewalk. Double S. The Bladeless channel says, I think the problem was more because of the Unreal Engine, since the post-credits demo on TSA looked more like the final version on Switch. Yeah, the Unreal in Nintendo, there are other Unreal games. I think even Shadows of the Damned was Unreal 3. Shadows of the Damned was Unreal 3. And I tinkered around with like an old version of Unreal Model Viewer when I made my Shadows of the Damned video. I can't imagine what a nightmare it was to get it on the Switch, but I heard it doesn't play the greatest there. I only played the Steam version, which it ran fine. But ever since Shadows of the Damned, Suda's been obsessed with Unreal. And he has a hate boner for Unity. I don't think he's too happy that Hotel Barcelona was developed on Unity. Like The Missing was. He does not want to work with Riccatello. My beam katana versus this dude's space katana. Let's slap them together and see which one's more badass.
Show me good time, Kay. Screw crusher death kick.
Oh shit. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. Whoa! Get out of the way. There we go. Suplex his ass. Not bad. I really want to sit down and play this again. Not all of the game is good. There are some pretty annoying things that happen. And the new worlds are all kind of samey and dead. But the story is a lot of fun, and the boss, of course, No More Heroes is all about the boss battles. So you get what you pay for. You can probably pick this game up for like... I saw this brand new, by the way. The Switch version of No More Heroes 3 was $20 sealed on eBay. So that's why I opened my copy right here. I buy games digitally and physically for convenience sake, but I opened this one up just because I heard about the reverse cover art. Let me show you the reverse cover art real quick. Whoosh. Hi everyone. I don't know if this shows up here, but there is a Death Drive version of it's like a reverse cover art, and it looks like an old Atari game. I just love that about it. You're very lucky in this modern era to A, get instruction manuals, which this doesn't come with one, but B, a reverse cover art. So the Switch version's worth owning just for that. Leave that like, by the way. Okay, let's get another crystal going. Designated match. Oh, you like my No More Heroes shirt? I showed that off at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, I'm wearing an Army of Darkness themed No More Heroes shirt. Oh, these guys are super annoying. Oh.
So let's do this.
But smoke them if you got them.
Screw Crusher Death Kick! Strawberry.
Right on.
Double kick. I'm taking you down.
Oh, these guys suck. They are combo killers.
Screw Crusher Death Raspberry. Double kick.
What's not to love about the combat in this one, though? It's so absurd. They treat almost every fight with so much fanfare, just with that final blow. I love it. Is that all them crystals? That was a different color one. I guess I needed a red one. You needed 3 red ones. But that's okay. I didn't mind that. I'm gonna do one more battle. We'll unclog a turlet, save the game, and say sayonara. It's been a fun stream. I have to retitle it though. I have to retitle it because the beginning of the stream was Return to Silent Hill trailer analysis for the first hour. Take on the defense mission, 2 waves. Yeah, we'll give it a try.
Bring it on! Screw Crusher Death Kick! Strawberry. Hey, what's wrong?
I'll save it for wave 2. GG.
Transform! Get some!
By the way, when he teleports back, that's obviously a Terminator reference. In case you didn't know. Let's unclog the turlet.
It's perfect.
Itchy bot!
All right, let's save it here. I think I'm going to keep playing this. I'm trying to find a game to play while I'm waiting for Silent Hill F, and I think this is going to be the one. It's not terribly long if you just want to do the main campaign, but 100%ing it is super, super tough. All right, so thank you all for joining me. This is the 4-year anniversary stream of No More Heroes 3. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long for another iteration in the series. I think Romeo's Dead Man is just top priority. Like, Grasshopper is just trying to make some money and build up their war chest, build up their IP. So, I don't know. In my mind, I think we may see Garcia Hotspur before we see Travis again, but who knows? Who knows? But I really enjoyed No More Heroes 3. I have a video that kind of details all my thoughts and feelings in a more concise manner. But thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the Silent Hill trailer analysis at the beginning. Shout out to the archives. Hey, Travis, don't step on my closing remarks. What an asshole. But I do have a trailer analysis at the beginning of this, so if you just join in and you want to know my thoughts on Return to Silent Hill, we broke it down frame by frame. And if somebody wants to clip that, please clip it. I'll give you full credit, and I'll just post it or something. Let me read a little bit of chat, and we'll get the hell out of here and eat some dinner. Swivel Smith says, or Swivel Hipsmith says, thanks for the stream. Glad I could catch one. Glad to see you here. Thanks for being a member. I see you're a long member. You got the Hikikomori hat, so shout out for that. Reuse2 says, yeah, 100%ing this game depends on RNGesus. Yeah. Deadly Premonition 2, same way. The Good Life, same way. Not a fan of RNG stuff like that. I don't like grinding too much. MD Chaos says, happy I could join at the last hour. Well, thanks, everyone. If I didn't shout you out, sorry. I try and get everyone, but I saw a lot of different faces in here tonight. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to the archivers. We're going to leave this one up, and I'll catch you all next Wednesday.